I picked my major primarily because I took an AP psychology class in high school, and I really, really liked it. And it's just something that I can see myself doing and studying and researching. I kind of want to go to med school to become a neurologist, so majoring in psychology I feel like it would get me closer to the brain, not necessarily to biology, but to the brain, and which is something that I want to do.
Just this last summer with a couple of my friends, we were brainstorming with some sort of business, and we came up with this shoe, and everything needs to be made out of recycled materials, and a portion of all profits need to go to some sort of nonprofit organization, and also donating shoes.
At first I just knew I wanted to be a secondary teacher, and I was like, I don't know what subject I want to teach, but I really wanted to be a teacher. And so I looked through all the possibilities, and health really stood out to me just because it's like a basic thing that everybody needs to know about health. And I think most of the time for a lot of people, health in high school might be your last health class. And it teaches you a lot of basic stuff about how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, not only physically, but mentally, socially.
Right now I'm mostly thinking about maybe becoming a pediatrician or something, just to help little kids, and I hope to just help as many people as I can. I want to create an organization that's gonna benefit people in low-income places, and it's one of my biggest dreams. I don't know, go to South America or something and just help people out physically.
I'm majoring in business because I like the professionalism and the communication skills. I think I'm someone that really likes to interact. I also really want to get into the finance world. I want to help people understand, especially my community, Hispanics. I think a lot of us don't understand how to save our money, or how to do our houses, loans, all of these things, and I want to help in that financial kind of way.
I started this one program in 8th grade called Youth Teaching Youth that was about science, and I just got interested in biology specifically. It's important to know about someone's own anatomy, and it's important to know life in general, plants, and ways that it could benefit people.
Well, my major is medical laboratory science, and I chose my major because I'm fascinated with research and medicine. Hopefully use that degree to get into medical school and become a family physician. My all-time dream goal is to become a family physician and open up a free healthcare clinic in Mexico.
In college is when things got a little bit more difficult because I got a job, and it got really hard to balance it, the job and school and waking up early. So my school life has been challenging, but I'm here.
At the beginning, my education was kind of hard just to get through because, being a first-generation student, my parents really, they work a lot, but it's just kind of hard for them to guide me through school.
Because I'm a first-generation student as well, and sometimes the family doesn't understand how much time you have to put into it.
While I was in 9th grade, I got in a car accident, and what happened is I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so I got thrown out of the car, and I was in a wheelchair for 2 months, and all of this happened while I was supposed to be going out. It was the school year. It happened in November, and I spent Christmas, December, New Year's, and my birthday in a wheelchair. So on my own, I got the books, I read, I did everything they already did. It wasn't a requirement, it wasn't a homework, but I decided that I wanted to learn. I worked really hard, and that's when I started believing in myself. I said, you know what, I can do this. The teachers are really there to just guide you, help you out. But it all depends on yourself if you want to learn it, And so that's from then and on, I'm like, if you really work hard and you dedicate yourself, you can do anything.
I'd heard there was this club. I went to the service projects, and somewhere during that first year, it stopped being about just volunteer hours. It started being about going to the soup kitchen, going to the food bank, and seeing, you're packing these food into this plate or into this box that will eventually go to someone because they don't have anything to eat. It's like it stopped being about college. It started being about helping people and making a difference. And it just kind of grew to the point where, I ran for president of that club and I got it, and it got huge. We were the second biggest club on school, and everybody wanted to volunteer, and it's just, I was so passionate about it that I was able to move so many people. I don't only say, I did it by myself, but it was so many people came together, from SBOs to football players. They came together just to volunteer, and it was just that thing that, people want to help people, and I love it.
I do lots of music with my church. I teach music, basic guitar, bass, drums. I started playing the violin when I was in 3rd grade, and then I picked up the guitar, and after that the bass and the drums, and I sing too, so I love music. Yeah.
I'm part of the Teacher Recruitment Scholarship it's through Salt Lake Community College and also the University of Utah through the Urban Institute of Education. This past year, we've done a project where we try to get the parents' point of view, being our parents, because we know that parent involvement is very important for education. I help whenever I can in the community. I've helped at my church before too, when they have fairs or things like that. They ask me a lot of times to sing.
Right now I'm working with the Pre-Pregnancy Care Center up in Ogden. We help counsel women, things like that. And I've done the McKinney Hospital too in Ogden, so that kind of gives me a little bit of what the hospital works. I work with teenage moms, and just around their 30s. Most of them are single moms, and they can't afford a baby, so they're there to seek help and get resources from us.
I'm involved in a lot of clubs, and since I was young, and this year, which is my last year, I kind of kept thinking, why don't other Hispanics join clubs? Why is it so difficult for them to just stay after school and come join a club? They are fun, but they don't know that. They just leave. So I'm like, I want to create a club where they'll come in a way that they'll know okay, my friend's in there, so I should be in there, which is really how it is. If your friend's in there, you'll probably be in there too. And that's what I did. I'm Spanish club, it kind of even does say it's kind of Hispanic, there'll be Hispanics in there, but not only for Hispanics, I wanted other cultures to come in and learn about our culture. So that's why me and my friend were we should start a club.
I've done volunteer work at Neighborhood House, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the food bank. And I'm in a program called Youth Teaching Youth, where it's in Glendale Elementary. They meet up every Monday, and they have science kits where they take them to the 4th grade classes and teach the 4th graders about them. And in high school, we go to the Monday meetings at Glendale, or we help out with museum events at the Natural History Museum.
I've been able to interact with patients and get to hear their problems, listen to them, respect them, and I think that plays a very important role if you want to become a family physician.
The main person who's always been there with me is my mother. She always told me, just read a good book, go to school, and just seeing how much she loved it. When someone loves something and you see them, you kind of want to share in that joy. And she just loves to learn so much that I want to keep learning.
My parents are always supporting me with everything I do. They always got my back. My dad gets home from work, he's always telling me, tienes que trabajar bastante en la escuela para que no termines como yo, trabajando como un burro.
the most influential person in my education has really been my siblings. My parents, of course, but mostly my siblings, just because they went through similar struggles like me, through school. But they always like motivate me and say, yeah, you can do it. Like, we'll always be with you, like every step of the way. We're gonna guide you so that you don't miss opportunities like us.
My dad, since the start, he, back in my country, in Peru, he's a university student. He graduated, and still because of that, because there's not that much work opportunity, he still decided to come here. He said that, you know what, I think for my children there's more opportunity, more work for them, and that's what he did. And then that really inspired me, because I mean, we could have a better life, a good life back in our country, because he is a graduate. But for us, he decided, no, we can do better. And so for him to sacrifice that, and for me not to take that opportunity and waste it, I was like, no.
Miss Perastis, she's been there when I needed to ask her a question. She's helped with homework, and she never gave up on me.
My dad at one point worked 3 jobs. Out of the few times I get to see my dad on the weekends, he's motivated me and inspired me to be just as hard worker as he is. And I hope to someday have a family and work hard for them just like my dad did for me.
It seems almost as if you're being picked out of all of these students to represent everything they stand for, and it's just a huge honor to say, you think that I represent so many things.
I want to finish school and kind of be like a role model to my peers in my community, in West Valley, in my church. There's a lot of junior high kids in my church, and I think if I finish school, it shows them that they can do it too. And with hard work and determination, you can do anything.
I'm really excited that I could represent the Chicano community, and I know that I will do that, and I am doing that right now. I work in a school, and I try to volunteer at the schools, and I want to be a face for them to know, you know, I came from here, you could do it, and so that they could relate, you know, because I mean, I think the teachers that we have are great, you know, but they need to see their own kind so that they could believe and they see, you know, it can really happen.
I'm actually getting somewhere, you know, with all my hard work. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was like, you know, why am I getting good grades and stuff, but I mean, it helps for something, you know. It's every step to get where I want to be.
Out of all of the universities, I mean, you guys get applications from all around and people that want to come here. So I was really honored to get it. I was like, I cannot believe out of all those people, I could be one of those top 4 or the top 3, and I was really inspired on that one.
Be involved in school, meet professors, meet classmates, colleagues, and receive another year of education. And I'm really thankful to be given another opportunity and for someone to believe in me.